101.
Phillips. Davies and Spry knew what a tussle they've had. Davies once again using his body brilliantly. Greenslade on the lead. Good mark. Dragamini there with him all the way, but couldn't stop the bullet-like lead of the Sturt full forward. And he's taken the catch about 45 metres out. Sturt hasn't kicked well, and they can only blame themselves because a lot of them have been set shots. Greenslade just forced round fractionally. A wealth of experience in this kicking right foot. But he's been screwing them off to the right of his target most of the day. This time he puts it through. Didn't really get the screw away, but he put it through for his second goal. And Sturt coming back into time on of this third quarter, trail 10-12 to Port Adelaide's 16-5. You're viewing the big replay on Channel 7.
29-point margin to Port Adelaide, and we're into the time-on period of the second term. The scores were of the third term rather. The scores were level at quarter time, and Port led by 41 points at half time. They now lead by 29, but the breeze has been favouring the southern end for most of the day, and that's the way Port will come home.
Spry and Davies once more at the centre bounce. They've done most of the work today between the two of them. Ebert's long handball is to his half-forward line. The pace of Granger gets there first, but loses the control of the ball. Winter. Sanders hooks it back towards centre wing, but in the meantime, I think a free kick in defence. Yes, an FAD, and it's going at centre wing to Tony Bergen. He's just the check side of centre wing as he plays on with a handball over the top of his opponent's head to Leonard. That's a good pass. Will find Klopp. Sturt running on into time on in this third quarter. The kick across goal. Warren was a little bit slow to pick it up, however. Has the ball in front of him. Should clear okay towards the centre of the ground. It's Mile who's kept position well. Takes the mark in the centre of the ground. He has Bagshaw clear. He in turn might look for Davies. No, going short to Graham. Davies going past. Back to Graham. Settles from 40 metres out. Puts it up in the air. Gives it a chance and puts it through. Sturt coming back. Graham's third goal.
Well, there we saw the ball come across from Bagshaw towards Graham to Davies. Back to Graham as he went towards goal. And Michael Graham, although not the most scintillating player, or not at his scintillating best, has still notched 3 goals from that half-forward flank, that being his third and Sturt's 11th, which shows that if you can get goals from half-forward flank, Ian, your value under any set of circumstances.
Evans has 5, makes it 6, and Port Adelaide's off to a good start.
Certainly was a good start. That's Sturt, as Ian Day said, in that latter part of the third quarter, got a great run on and got back to come from some 7 goals down to be within 11 points at three-quarter time. But as soon as the game starts at the last quarter, Port rush it forward. Evans takes a big mark and kicks the goal to give them a bit of breathing space and a 17-point margin. However, Sturt showed that they could run the ball during that third term, and they need to do it. The breeze, not a great influence on the game.
A tremendous clash all day in ruck between Davies and Spry. Honours must be close to even. Watch them go at it again. The big roundhouse right by Belton to the half-forward line. Sorrell over to Granger. Light going past, but the handball goes out to Saparovic. Too far. Hunt in trouble. Desperate in defence. Sturt close to Granger there. Heinrich taken away by Granger, but in the meantime, it's run over the line, is it?
No, free kick going to somebody. I think it might be Philip Heinrich.
Yes, Heinrich. Right between the goalposts. Big crowd here at Unley, in the vicinity of 12,000.
Looking for a lead and decides to now come grandstand side. Didn't have much room to kick. Spry fist away. Noonan to Nigel Walk. Brennan Miles. Can't break clear. Klomp, who had a magnificent third term. Hand pass is clear, but Bruce Light's there. Port Adelaide back into business towards the forward line. Davies and Spry again, and it's Spry who taps it over the line. The ruckman to do battle in the forward pocket for Port Adelaide. Rick Davies. John Spry. Davies gets hand on the ball from Bagshaw back to Davies. Miles. Whelan and White judges the fall of the ball. Cross half back line and then sees Trevor Sorrell on centre wing short. That's a loose kick, and John Cale would not be impressed with that at all. Bagshaw to take it out of bounds on the full. Goes short and finds Philip Heinrich. Brennan Miles. Robert Odie in front, brings the ball down. Whelan through, out in front of Bergen, into the full face of goal, and Sturt answer the last goal of Port Adelaide's to make the difference. Once again, 11 points.
The Sturt moves at half-time were good. Bagshaw into ruck, Whelan to centre half forward, and Plonk lifted his game into the centre of the ground, and again it was Whelan there who dished out the handball to Bergen, who made position well going through the half-forward line. And Sturt have showed that they've got the ability to get up and win this game. They've had 26 scoring shots to Port Adelaide's 22, but they still trail by 11 points. But it's only 4 minutes into the final quarter. It's anybody's game.
Ruck, Spry and Davies again over the top. Russell Ebert, but leaves it behind. Noonan ferrets it away, but can't get it clear enough. Bruce Light. Evans on a lead. Well spoiled on this occasion by Jeff Flauder. He gets booked the ball, but Bruce Light's there. Into the forward pocket. On a lead, Trevor Sorrell. Only 20 metres out from goal. Drags it across the face of goal, and it's Port Adelaide's turn to miss the set shot. 1 point only, 2 goals the difference. 17 goals, 6. Port Adelaide, 14-12 Sturt.
Sturt's accuracy, Ted, certainly forsook them in the first half. 4 goals, 11, but what a magnificent third quarter. 9 goals, 1. Now Port Adelaide's turn to miss the big white ones. Lauder. Long kick back. Shaw sets himself. Light. Overlooking there, but it's Bagshaw to Miles. Miles out in front of Whelan on the half-forward line. Closing on him with White. But Whelan, who's added a lot to that Sturt half-forward line in this half, gets the ball back to Miles. Miles to Bergen. Bergen settles from 35 metres out and puts it straight through the middle. Sturt coming with a weathering run. Third goal to Bergen.
Well, there we saw the run of Sturt as they bought it away from defence. Out wide to the flank where Whelan took a good mark. The quick play on. Found Brennan Miles. His hand pass in turn to Tony Bergen. And with his 15th kick from 3 marks, notched his third goal. 5 points the difference. And the game hotting up.
And Spry again. They've been at each other all day. Ebert in there. Spry tunnel balls. And a separation of players by umpire.
That's 6 points the difference, Ian. I misled you before. 6 points the difference.
Thanks,
Port
Ted.
lead.
Umpire Dennis Rebeck. Bagshaw can't get the handball away. James fires it out towards centre wing. Miles, who's getting on top of Bruce Light. It's been a tremendous crash. We've had these clashes all around the ground. The short pass is a perfect run to Bagshaw in the centre of the ground. Thought about handballing, but it's going to give out the short pass to Davies, but it's too far, and his arch rival in Jack Spry's back there to intercept.
At about centre half back as he takes the kick and gives it a good try. Over centre, big pack. Flump to Noonan and a quick tackle. The ball upset. Sanders working hard. Warren comes through well for Port Adelaide and gets them towards centre half forward. Heinrich gets under it. Off hands to Hunt. Beautiful hand pass finds Winter. Out wider, searching for the lead there of Tony Bergen. He's equal to the task. Dragged to the ground, a 15-metre penalty. Bergen getting to his feet very slowly. Took the sting out of him. White and Whelan, and this time Peter White in front takes the mark. Between the full back line and half back line. The kick up towards the centre. David Granger is there to take the mark. Sees Ebert going past and in turn towards the forward puck.
Saparovic comes to meet the ball on the half-forward line. Port Adelaide now seeing their lead cut back. Was 42 points at one stage towards Evans. Players crash to the ground and the umpire will separate. A bounce down on the half-forward line. Port Adelaide only 6 points up. Bagshaw, but it's Evans holding the ball. And John Hunt gets the free kick at centre half back. Hunt goes to the outer side. Davies on the lead, but he won't get to it. Gets to the line first. A boundary throw in on the half-forward left flank. Port Adelaide 17-6, Sturt 15-12. 24 Davies, 10 Spry. Davies gets it down. No, it's Leonard. Jeffrey Leonard. Over centre towards half-forward. Ivan Eckerman back, and there's a good diving mark. Good personal duels all over the ground. It's been a game that's lifted tremendously. And the crowd lifting with it as Ivan Eckerman gets the ball towards centre half-forward for Port Adelaide. Granger's hand pass into the open space. Walk is there. Nigel Walk there. Can't bring it away. Sturt players in their endeavours fighting each other. Bounce. 30 metres out, Port Adelaide's goal. 9 minutes into the last quarter, and we're in for a great fight. Spry taps it out towards Granger. He's in trouble, holding the ball again. Winter set up the loose movement, a loose man on the outer side. It's Leonard who's had a great day to Bagshaw. Sturt run the ball into attack. He centres it now, looking for Whelan. White there as well. Back to Klomp, looking for help. Beautiful interception by Ebert. But a free kick has been paid to Peter White for holding the ball. Klomp grabs for the right toe, getting cramped up, but White defends for Port Adelaide to the half-forward line. Granger. White is running. Which way will the bounce go? Brendan Miles gets the better of the bounce. Goes to the half-forward line. White again with Whelan, but it's Granger. Back to Belton. Port Adelaide's going to attack again. The lead from Evans is on, but this time Lauder's there. Saparovic flanked by Light. Light looking for a short pass. Puts it up in the air towards Kinnear. Heinrich there. Shepherd out of it. Kinnear straightens up. Puts a long one in towards goal, but screws it well offline for 1 point. And the Sturt supporters breathe again. But they're breathing fire at a heavy encounter there from one of their players. Jeff Lauder, 7 points the difference, Port Adelaide lead, 11-minute mark last term. Jeffrey Lauder. Long kick towards that half-back flank. Bagshaw moved the pack under it and then brought the ball down. There's Odie out on the half-forward flank. Eckerman closing on him. 2 Port Adelaide players, but they both flew. Bergen in short, the lead of Greenslade. He's under it. Paid a push, not the mark. Umpire Rebick ruled that Phillips in his endeavours pushed Greenslade, and he's only 40 metres out from goal. Pretty tight angle. 3 goals so far, his personal tally. Kick on the way, the goal umpire sees it through. 4 goals to Malcolm Greenslade and 1 point the difference. And Sturt have come from 41 points down at half-time to be 1 point down. Brought onto the ground by Port Adelaide. They need some run, Ted. A desperate move because Cale's not 100% fit, but Cale has problems. 1 point up at the bounce. Once again, it's Spry towards Belton. Searching for the ball. Klomp. The handball is out in front of Odie. Sturt going to attack again. Odie straightens up, goes for a long kick in towards goal, but it's going to be offline, and Merritt gets back.
Can you imagine the Sturt grandstand if Sturt hit the front, Ian?
Well, Ted, it's a tremendous feeling, certainly plenty of noise.
Bruce Light, spoiled, Davies to Odie, his second chance, sets it up, makes no mistake, and Sturt have hit the front. Robert Odie has goaled his first for the match, and Sturt have hit the front.
Well, Ted, I just think we'll let the viewers listen to it. Obviously, we're sitting in the Sturt stand. It's just absolutely impossible to hear yourself talk. But full marks for Sturt. They have staged a magnificent fight back. Now Port Adelaide have got the pressure on them to get back in this game. They're trailing by 5 points. 13 minutes into the final quarter.
Once again, the ruckman set, and it's John Spry's tap. Paul Belton holding the man. Port Adelaide in possession just behind centre. Paul Belton now looks for the lead there of Sorrell. Back goes Winter. Completes the mark. Bruce Winter playing at centre half back. Started at full back and is now at centre half back. Towards the centre of the ground, Michael Graham leaves it behind. Jeffrey Leonard, the hand pass away, Klump to Bergen. Bergen in trouble, out of trouble. Left foot's towards goal, and Tony Bergen has made no mistake and clocked his 4th goal of the match.
What a magnificent goal to Bergen on the run. Sturt moving this ball brilliantly. Port Adelaide don't appear to have any answer at the moment. But what a magnificent transformation in this Sturt side since half-time. They didn't take advantage of their opportunities prior to that time, but since then, they've been a more confident unit, with Whelan at centre-half forward and Bergen and Bagshaw brilliant in ruck.
Sturt have kicked 5 goals so far in this final term. Port Adelaide have kicked 1. 18-12 Sturt, 17-7 Port.
Spry and Davies. Sturt into attack again. Klump. Tony Hannon for Port Adelaide goes for the open spaces on the outer side. Belton out there with Heinrich. Port Adelaide badly need a goal at the moment, but Heinrich does it beautifully. Comes back towards Davies. Watman's going to arrive too late on the scene. Sturt now can sit back. Bagshaw.
With the move of Bagshaw onto the ball, and Whelan to centre half forward has been one of the major winning moves that Jack Odie has brought off so far.
Winter to Odie. Look at the Sturt player starting to run now. Dragamini coming in to cut across this attack. Suggs clear. Kinnear. Port Adelaide Rovers been unsighted since half-time. Kinnear's kick is back towards their half-forward line, but it's all Sturt. It's Bagshaw again. And Port Adelaide looking a very ragged side indeed now.
Just behind centre wing. Prepared to go short and finds Davies. Again, Bagshaw drops in. No checking by the Port side at all. Paul Bagshaw, who started at centre half forward with limited success, has certainly been a cog in the wheel of the Sturt machine comeback. Finds Bruce Winter in the centre of the ground. Looks for the lead of Whelan. Finds him. Sturt playing with supreme confidence at the moment. Swinging the ball around from position to position. Players prepared to lead. In the first half, Ian, they were tentative up forward. They wouldn't lead, and they were just belting the ball in high.
Greenslade's kick is not a good one, going to drop short. Phillips gets an awkward bounce. Greenslade is over the top of him. Sturt desperate in attack just as much as Port in defence. A bounce down in the full forward left pocket. Port Adelaide need a lift. Merritt gets the tap away. Dragamini holding the ball. Odie comes up, but swallows the pain. The smile on his face as he realises that his superb tackle has won a free kick. He's in the full forward left pocket, about 20 metres out. angle most acute. Look at the expectant crowd behind the goal as Odie heads to the northern end. He's got one this quarter and offline for 1 point.
Bob Odie's on the way back to the centre and can't believe it.
1 point to Sturt. That kicks them 2 goals clear. Now, can Port Adelaide get out of this? We've played 18 minutes of the final quarter. Magnificent kicking for goal in the first half, but Sturt is starting to run away with it now.
Behind Davies, plays percentage and spoils. Back towards centre half forward. Ivan Eckerman dummies the hand pass and then goes longer. David Granger. Bruce Light for Port Adelaide from the centre. Moves it forward. Evans over the top and pulls in a superb mark. Jeff Lauder did everything right, took front position. But Tim Evans, who's kicked 6 goals, plucked one out of the air. He's kicked the sole goal so far in this quarter that Port Adelaide have kicked. The kick on the way. He makes the difference. 6 points again. Tim Evans, 7th goal. 18-13 Sturt, 18-7 Port.
Port Adelaide making hard work of it up in their forward division now. Granger has died out of the game. It's only Evans who's the shining light. I mentioned the Rovers are not firing. And with Sturt chock full of confidence, Port Adelaide's job's pretty hard. But there's no way the Magpies will give it away. They're 6 down and they'll be smarting after conceding or giving away the big lead that they had.
Centre bounce, Davies tap, Odie run through, taken out of it, holding the man. He has Bagshaw roaming on his own out to the right. He's not on his own anymore. Goes for the longer kick. Mark to Fragamini. Looks for the leader, Bruce Light. Behind was Brenton Miles. The tackle by Whelan and the shepherd by Whelan. But over the line, throw in. Ruckman at the centre, throw in.
Merritt on the ball for Port Adelaide to Light. Hooks one into attack. It's an awkward kick for Granger to handle. Winter's there. Ball out of play. Walk almost goes over the fence. Half forward right throw-in. Sturt have the advantage by 6 points.
20-minute mark of the last quarter, Ian.
Bagshaw over the top to Winter. Back towards Bagshaw, who can't raise the energy to go and get the ball. Players out on their feet. A magnificent game of football, Ted Langridge.
Keep in mind that they drew last time they played also, Ian. Merritt and Davies, Bagshaw, Walk. Winter into the open spaces. Whelan gets the bad bounce, controls it. Has Odie out in the pocket. Fragamini from behind. Brings the ball away. Back into trouble. Ivan Eckerman. Out to Hannon. Beautiful tackle by Graham. Klump gets set under it. Taken away from him. Warren this time out wider. Bruce Light underneath it. And the mark paid. Centre wing. Port Adelaide in possession. 15-metre penalty against Davies. There's 6 points the difference. 3 minutes plus time on to play.
I think Davies achieved what he set out to do, Ted. The pass on the way out in front of James. Gets an awkward bounce. Kale coming into the picture now. Hunt there as well. On the boundary line, James looking back unbelievingly, but he's gone out of bounds. A throw in, full forward, right pocket. Merritt in front. Noonan deep in defence for the Blues. Back towards the half-back line. Klump. Oh, should have been paid the free. No. Play on. Kinnear swoops on the ball. Puts it high in the air. 1-on-1. Evans there. Can't find the ball. It could bounce through, but it's conceded by Sturt, and it's less than one straight kick the difference. Oh, what a game of football. Lauder
5 points only the difference now. 2 minutes plus time on, and Jeffrey Lauder comes grandstand flat. Davies and Marrett. Davies wins out. Has Graham breaking down the wing. Miles in short towards Whelan. Made a certainty of it. Sturt running into attack. Hasn't got much there. Moving for him now. It's Greenslade. Longer. Looking for the leapers, and it's John Spry in defence. Moves it quickly to Fragamini. Gives ground, and Port Adelaide right back where they started from with Ivan Eckerman this time. In the back pocket, they move it down towards centre wing.
Davies a leaper from behind. Whelan. Miles back towards Noonan. Collard. Bagshaw. Winter jams it onto his boot. Goes long.
Oh, what a goal! What a point.
Oh, what a magnificent effort, Ted. It looked good off the boot, but just swung away at the last moment.
Well, it makes it that 6 points the difference again, Ian.
Sturt custodian playing in a tackle on the ball at the moment. Quickly back towards Russell Ebert. Port Adelaide badly need a lift from their champion at the moment. Out towards centre wing. Taken by Hannon. In the path of Cale. Walk back there. Cale, a great one-handed mark. Only one straight kick the difference. Port Adelaide in attack. On the lead is Evans out in front of that player. He's got it. Oh, what a finish. Evans 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, 6 points to difference. Tim Evans already has 7. Kick underway, umpire getting underneath it. I think he's squared the matchup. His 8. Oh, what an unbelievable fight.
8 goals to Tim Evans, and the score's tied away. The ball, Cale taking a one-handed mark, getting the accurate pass away, and Evans topping it off with his 8th goal to tie the scores away. 18-14, Port Adelaide 19-8. Time on only to play. The next score could be the deciding score of the match.
Davies towards Klump, into the path of Noonan. Noonan fires out the pass to Greenslade, can't quite make it. Spry in defence, pulled off the ball. Players stack up, and a bounce. Sturt quickly into attack. The bounce 30 metres out in front of their goal. Ted Langridge suggests the next score could be the winning score.
Well, the seconds tick away of time on now. Whelan couldn't get through. Eckerman tackled by Bagshaw well, and once again players pack up. Sturt have it in attack, an advantage for them. 122 points each. Sims towards Whelan, who leaves it behind. This time it's Noonan to Odie. Odie waits too long. This time the hand pass for Miles. He's outnumbered 3-1. Bruce Lake brings it away. Max James. Now it's Port Adelaide's turn to run it into attack. Desperate players get there. Hunt pushed out. Hunt pushed out by Sorrell, and the free kick goes the way of the Sturt back pocket player. Players are absolutely on the brink of exhaustion as the ball goes back towards the centre of the ground.
Noonan once more, out to Davies. Odie with the opportunity. Sturt run it in. Odie goes for distance, but it's going to be offline. Spry back there. Tries to keep it in play. Oh no, umpire Argent, you are wrong. Oh, he's given a free kick to Sturt. I won't have it, but it's been paid. Fragamini comes out of defence. James to Light. Long one. Hunt.
Well, players are absolutely dragging themselves up by the bootstraps at the moment. John Hunt, a desperate effort, finds Brennan Miles. Almost on centre wing. The score's tied away. 2 minutes of time on play. Bergen goes for the long, desperate hand pass. Oh, Bagshaw and Klump between them leave the ball over the boundary line. Davies to come in again against Paul Marrett. Rick Davies from behind gets the tap away, and it's a big one. Miles to Noonan. in trouble. Pushed out of it. Max James. Odie's there. Loses the body block. Players desperate. Even holding the ball. And Tony Bergen to take the kick. 28 minutes played now, and the score still tied away on 122 points each. Davies in, Graham there, Jeffrey Leonard through. Spry there, the ball away. Bagshaw taps it down to Noonan. He lines up towards goal, has put it on the way. 1 point, but it could be the point that makes the difference. The Blues lead by 1 point.
Noonan coming off the ground. Robert Barton coming off. Coming on, kick back towards the centre of the ground. Marked there by Max James. Time starting to run off. Out now for Port Adelaide. They're only 1 point down, however. Out in front of Granger. What? There, Granger, there's a good mark. Barton goes down. Granger with the ball at centre wing. Port Adelaide asking for the ball to go in a hurry. Up towards the half-forward line. Watman with it. Gets the handball away. Kale overruns it. In goes Light. Used his body well. Fighting for the ball. Hunt won't give in. And a bounce down on Port Adelaide's half-forward right flank.
Well, it's desperation stakes now. The siren won't be heard. Rangers tap away towards Light. Barton in there. Miles to Klump. He has Bergen running down the wing. Sturt run the ball up towards their forward pocket. Sims from behind fails to take the mark. Peter White is there, and there's chipping in there. Ken Whelan keeps the ball in the Sturt forward line. 5 minutes of time on played, and it must be perilously close to time. Sturt lead by 1 point. Peter White loses it. Fragamini there. Spry tapping it on. Back towards Ebert. Belton is there, well shepherded for by Ekman. Belton's kick towards the centre. Davies marks and runs. Has Graham running, has Greenslade running. They all leave it behind. Tony Hannon through for Port Adelaide. Back towards centre wing. And Tony Bergen is there for Sturt.
Bergen going to slow play down. Greenslade gave the lead, but Sturt have got it one. They'll keep it locked up in that pocket, and the pass to Whelan is good. There's the siren. Sturt have won. What a fantastic game of football.